We're back with another special, very special edition of the Spitballin Podcast. We got one of my very good friends, my guy Jason, the gatekeeper, the holy one. He blessed us with his presence today.
Yes, sir.
My guy Jason. We do a podcast every day on the phone, but now it's live recorded for the people. Agent Smith isn't the only one listening anymore, dude.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Sir.
But yeah, my guy Jason, welcome to the podcast,
What
man.
up, man. Yes, sir.
I wanted to bring my guy Jason on because everybody knows you as the MMA guy.
Yeah, this is it's an official label title now, and I'm done running from it. Let's go.
Yeah, he's done running from it. Everybody that knows you, Jason, we established that the first thing they say, they go, "Any fights this week?"
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And my most memorable situation was Pelon, man. He sees me. Number one, he calls me by the wrong name. So.
What does he say?
Jackson. Jackson. That ain't even my last name, so
it's not even.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing he's hitting is the JA.
That's about it.
That's the only notes he's really hitting.
Yeah, but it's okay. I know who he's talking to. And then the next, the follow up to that is, hey, any good fights this weekend? You know, who's fighting? Hey, that fool's good, huh? That fool's good.
He doesn't really know.
And I'm like, do I even want to spend the 2 to 5 minutes of telling you yes or no? Because you're not even gonna remember.
Nah, he's not. But he's trying to relate to you, man.
Yeah,
he hardly sees you, and he's trying to show you some love. And a lot of people just. What's crazy is like you post about MMA, but you're not like me. I go more on like little rant. I'm ranty on my shit. And oh shit, what was that? I'm ranty about my shit. So I'm a little bit more out there about my shit. But you about MMA, you're not like constantly that he was robbed, he was this or that, right?
Which is, when I think about it, is I'm a little surprised because I got more skin in the game in MMA than I got anything else, you know, besides being human.
How long have you been watching MMA? Just a little background on my guy right here. How long you been in MMA?
Man,
are you comfortable, by the way? Are you good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm resting my arm. I'm good.
You're not like forced? No, huh?
No.
That's good. All right. Yeah, because that's how I do it.
But man, I first really started watching. I want to say I had to be a sophomore. I had to be a sophomore, where I was full in, watching every time I could. I was a sophomore. A lot of my friends, with the way we met was through conversation of that, or either they were interested in it or they were teasing me about it because it was dudes in their underwear sweating all over each other, and I don't know, man. What can I say? Maybe I just like that stuff.
It definitely wasn't the cool thing to. I remember when it was first on the come up, I was doing a lot of the. It's boring because they're just hugging each other. You know, I was doing a lot of that, and I wasn't really understanding what that position meant in MMA. You know, laying on top of the guy or trying to. You know, I was just like, he's just laying on him, but no, he's really trying to. Get a position, and the other guy's not trying to let him get to the position. We're going to sleep everyone with this, but, I understand when people were doing that to you,
Yeah.
Because
it takes time to collect enough information to know what you're watching.
Yeah.
Not to sound snobby or condescending, but you don't know what you're looking at first glance most of the time. And
it's a relatively new sport. So
yeah, man,
30 years?
It's been organized in this way for 30 years, which is not long. You look at any other sport, team sports in particular, man, they've been running for damn near 100 years. So
yeah. No, yeah, and MMA when it first started, I mean, it was like literally jiu-jitsu versus karate. It was like weird. It was like a little bit of Triller vibes, right?
Yeah, Triller before Triller for sure. But so like that was the thing though, that men have always wondered though, my style against your style, like which one's the best. We always wanted to know. And
true.
I was a boy at the time, but men were already thinking this. We can't help it.
But yeah, So I wanted to bring my guy in because, well, first of all, we've been wanting to do this, get a podcast in. We were gonna start a podcast together, and it's still a great name. I still love the name. What was it? The Nonsense Project.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean,
we can still probably get it on.
Collabs could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I'm happy to be here on Spitballin
Podcast, man. It was all a dream, and we're over here. 24 people are listening to this shit, man. Thank you
Kobe.
guys, man.
Kobe.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Kobe 24.
See, I know a little bit of team sports, man. Respect that.
Kobe 24, that's right.
A little bit.
But we brought him in to talk about UFC 288, which is May what?
6th, or
May 6th.
The day after Cinco de Mayo, everyone's recovering.
Yeah.
I'm going to be right there,
May
front and center,
6th.
baby.
And we were just talking about how, unfortunately, Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush were supposed to be on that card, which would have made this card. I mean, I'm looking at it.
I'll say it.
We could talk about
that was a sexy fight.
Yeah, it was going to be great, but it is what it is. I'm glad that they kept it like that, though, you know?
Yeah.
Because whoever does win that fight is going to get the title.
When you say they kept it like that, meaning they kept that particular match, they just post-dated it. It's on a future card.
Because I don't think, I mean, really, those two guys are the guys that got to fight for that
that number one contender spot. Mm-hmm. Lightweight, I mean, we won't get into it too much tonight because, you know, we got this situation, but lightweight's a little bit disappointing. As stacked as it is, we don't have that many fights going on. It's not that busy.
Yeah. No,
bantamweight, baby boy.
But
beautiful right now.
Yeah, Dustin, 155. Dustin, what is he doing? You know, what is he waiting for? He hasn't really been on the news about anything.
He's waiting.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, what he said is that he's just waiting for a name that makes sense, a big name. I mean, he turned down Beneil because Beneil doesn't really have that name value right now, that name recognition, which unfortunately is true. Beneil Dariush, you never heard the name, but you heard the name Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You know that type of name, but there's no Conors right now in lightweight.
Conor's not even Conor.
Yeah, Conor ain't Conor.
Conor is a little like he's off the rails a little bit.
He's juicy right now.
Yeah,
boy is on all the roids. God bless him.
I don't know what it is about him that he's like trying to like find where he fits in now with his age, his career, right? Because like it just doesn't hit the same for me.
Yeah,
you know, he just doesn't hit the same. We're getting off the rails, man.
But yeah, we lost that fight. We'll get it on a later date. That'll be the number one contender fight at lightweight.
At lightweight, 155. That's the good news. Yeah, that's the good news that we're gonna get it. And yeah, so we'll start it right here because I just seen on the news Bryce Mitchell is out for the fight with Evlov. You know who that is?
I mean, look, man.
Evlov?
We both look Middle Eastern. We can't pronounce it.
What's a Russian name?
Wow, my apologies. I didn't mean to.
You fucking racist bastard. Bryce Mitchell, why is he out? Did you see or no? Or are we both out of the loop?
I don't know.
All right, let's check it out.
But I heard it from your Lord and Savior, Brennan Schaub, first.
What'd he say?
He said, Bryce Flat Earther Mitchell is out of the fight. Apparently, Bryce Mitchell is a flat Earth theory supporter.
Yeah. Him and Kyrie Irving, man. Well, that's a hell of a list right there. Hell of a list.
You know what I think about the flat Earth stuff, though?
He withdraws. Apparent injury. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, I got weird feelings about Bryce Mitchell. He's not doing what I had hoped he was going to do as a fan, which he owes me. He owes me, you know, my my expectation of what he was supposed to do in that division.
Bryce Mitchell, he's like the Theo Von of MMA, no?
Sure.
Of UFC, he kind of he brings that following, that rednecky following.
Well, he's got the camo shorts, the only camo trunks in the
which is
in
hard
UFC.
as hell. I like that. I like that.
It's dope, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, we're gonna get that right now.
I like that the UFC allowed that, right?
Yeah,
but
which is very off-brand for them to do that.
Is it though?
Yeah, they don't, bro. They're cookie cutter with it now. They don't want anybody having too much of like a personalized image, a brand within their brand. They don't like that.
But
you know that one ref with the long beard.
I'm gonna give you a little. Yeah, I remember that.
They made him start tucking his beard, his little dangly beard inside of his shirt because it was too much of a character. He was becoming too much of a character.
Let me give you a little pushback there because I think that the UFC allows people, if it makes sense, to market themselves because it's a W for them, right? Obviously, for a ref, they'll push back on them because, you don't want a ref to be dangling his shit all over the place, his fucking beard.
Talking about his beard, yep.
Yeah. But, like, for Bryce Mitchell and the UFC to let him have the camo shorts, I think it fits his brand. I think it's a W for UFC because let's get it straight. There's a lot of white people out there.
Yeah, well,
and they all relate to Bryce Mitchell, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that they're all, rednecky farmer people, but he has a look of a white guy that you see out there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
So
I believe
that's my pushback.
I believe what you're saying there. I agree. I don't think that it's there's any single one right answer. I see where you're coming from. It makes sense. Like it is a way to attract that demo.
Yeah.
At the same time, I guess what I will say, giving you that point is that the UFC is they'll bend, but as long as it's gone through some consideration, like, but are we gonna make money off of this? So,
which I think they will, but they're not gonna make money with him withdrawing from fights.
Yeah, well, he's
a huge draw for rank number 11.
Yeah, he's out there scavenging the earth looking for the.
They always put him on a lot of embeddeds too. Like they put him on, it's this fucking tractor, his barn, and a couple cows and. Right?
Yeah.
I'm into the embeddeds. What I don't like about embeddeds is that I just don't. They give you like very little, but it's enough to like click on the next one.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely short, easy to ingest, man. You don't spend too much time. So yeah, I like them in that way. But at the same time, I'm a long form podcast listener too. So I'm like, man, what is this? Like, this is too short.
But honestly, I try not to just listen to those. I try to watch them because I think they're more of a watch.
Yeah.
They're not like listening. But yeah, so Bryce Mitchell
out.
I don't even know who the guy is that's coming in for him. It is what it is, So we'll move on to a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just kind of skim through some of these fights. We want to get to breaking down Cejudo and Sterling. But, let me see. I clicked on it. Okay, so Jessica Andrade and Xian Yan. Whoa. Anyways, who you got right there?
Actually, I got Jessica Andrade to take that one.
Strawweight, 125, right?
Yeah. No, that's
115. 115.
Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, that's 115 scrap for the ladies. They're two tough chicks. I just got Andrade based off of the
Been
experience.
there, done that. Yeah, been there, done that. And I like that she moves up and down in weight. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's tough, man. Dude, she's tough.
And she makes fucking money off OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah, that's where she makes her bread and butter.
God damn.
Right? Is that the phrase? Bread and butter?
Bread and butter.
Yeah. So yeah, her and her girlfriend or wife have
I might have to make a little ghost account real quick. See what we're talking about.
All right, and we'll get to the co-main, which I love the co-main. I think those are two well-deserved fights. Bilal Muhammad, his look of that look he has going on right there.
It's called a smolder, sir. You're not a fan?
No, I don't like it. I don't like the look, man. I don't like it. And so it's Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns is literally coming off the big win versus Jorge. Would it be big in the sense of like, oh, we weren't expecting that? No, it's more big of like all eyes were on him.
Yeah.
And What do you think about Gilbert coming from that literally and then jumping on? What does that say about him and Jorge? And what do you think?
Well, something that I think right away. Well, first off, yeah, he's the quick turnaround from the Masvidal fight to now. Can't help but respect that. Some feel that it serves him in his favor, that the quick turnaround means he's still in shape. Some think that, well, there goes his break. Now he might be not ready or he'll need rest. So depends on where you sit on that side, which side of the argument you sit on. But I think it's cool. I think it's exciting. Welterweight's not that busy of a division, just like lightweight.
Yeah,
and we need movement.
Top heavy.
We need movement, and the top is so heavy and not moving. So we need some
AKA
movement.
Kobe Covington.
Yeah, man.
But I mean,
that.
I think obviously if Jorge would have won, it would have been one of the biggest fights of Edwards and Jorge. But it didn't happen. He's retired. It is what it is. I think Gilbert does deserve that. He was in the Kamaru Usman fight. He was in it. He dropped them. How many people have dropped Usman, especially during that title run?
Right.
That reign, I mean. And Bilal Muhammad is a guy that he's just been chipping away, just earning his stripes and getting everyone's respect. I wonder why he didn't do the camp again with Khabib's camp, right? I know Khabib's not coaching anymore, but he obviously has a home, right? I wonder why he didn't do that.
Maybe what you just said. Maybe that's it.
That
no Khabib. He's like, I'm out. Maybe Khabib's that important. I couldn't call it for sure, but maybe that's it.
Yeah, it could be it. I saw he was training with over there in Chicago. I don't know if that's Peña's people or they. I didn't know that they had the same team, right? She was on the Embedded or one of those, right?
Yeah, they both train in Chicago. I know that. I don't know if they're out of the same specific camp, but I know they're both in Chicago.
Okay, copy that. But I think that this fight is gonna be a fucking war.
Yeah,
kind of hence Chimaev, Gilbert Burns type for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Right? I don't think it's going to the ground.
Something that I wanted to say, though, I was thinking earlier when we were on the phone, bro. Gilbert Burns fighting Masvidal in his last fight, Masvidal retiring. I got to say, I was not impressed by that performance.
No. By Gilbert?
By Gilbert, exactly. Coming into a fight against Bilal, who looked good, up against Sean Brady in his last fight, who was an undefeated surging prospect, the dark horse. He looked great, bro. Yeah. He surprised the hell out of me. I picked Brady in that fight.
He stopped that come up, right?
Yes,
Bilal
sir.
Muhammad.
And so for Gilbert Burns, I thought he should have looked a lot better against Masvidal. And Masvidal looked bad.
Horrible.
Bad. That hurts me, too.
Yeah, slow. Not in any type of like. He kept saying how he keeps up with these guys at the gym, and I'm just like, there's no way. Like, I'm sorry, right? The last time I saw Jorge like look really, really sharp was the Nate Diaz fight. It looked like every hit he was hitting with Nate with was just
remember those body kicks?
Yeah, he was like, you know. And then the Kamaru, the second fight, I thought we were talking about it. I thought he looked sharp too, but obviously he took that L. We would never know.
Yeah.
But I the only thing that I would say about Gilbert and Jorge that you're saying that you didn't like it, I just feel like to Gilbert, that was enough to get the job done, you know? Sure. I don't think he was like, I'm going to fucking... Maybe he did want to finish him, sure, but at the end, you could see where he's like, I'm going to take him down.
Do you think it's one of those things, too, where what they say about it is he Stylebender?
Your Lord and Savior?
Let's not even do that. Heck no. But do you think Gilbert just fought to the level of his competition?
Yeah. I think that's a great way to put it. He just
thank you.
He just fought to his level of competition, and I don't think it says more or less of him because I mean when he goes to war, the Chimaev fight, he puts You know,
that was beautiful, man.
Yeah, I mean, even remember we'll go way back then. Tyron Woodley, he fucking mopped Tyron. I mean, I'm not, Tyron was obviously coming down this slope, but I mean, he mopped them too, So I think with Jorge, he was just like, maybe he had this planned. I mean, it was just like pretty quick.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe he's like, I'm gonna be on that card. Who knows? Who knows?
I think if I'm gonna throw out a pick here, are we doing picks?
Yeah, let's do a pick right here.
I got Belal.
You're gonna take Belal.
I got Belal.
Decision?
I think he's gonna stop him, or it's a 5-round fight too. I was just reminded of that.
I like
today.
it.
I don't think we're gonna need 5 rounds. I think it's gonna stop in the second.
It's gonna stop in the second. Okay, I think you're right because of this. I just think Belal's the bigger guy, he's strong. And weight is obviously is the biggest thing, And who knows how much weight he cut last time? And like I said, he probably didn't get a chance to recover. He didn't take no big hits, but like still, you're in a big camp.
Yeah, it's a factor.
It's still a big deal. So he went literally straight back into a camp. Who knows what's going on? I think I got Belal too. And regardless, Belal and Leon or Colby is gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, I'm actually, that fight's growing on me.
Yeah, me too.
And Gilbert Burns better be thanking his lucky stars that headbutts ain't legal in the UFC, because Belal's got a dome on him. God damn.
He definitely wears a size 8 hat, right?
Dude, he's oh my cranium. That dude got a cranium.
Yeah, he does. He got a big ass head. So we're gonna move on to the reason why this man is here. Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. Now I'm gonna say something, bro, that I'm not sure you're gonna love. I don't think you respect Henry that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think you give him enough flowers, bro. Every time I bring up Henry, you just kind of go, yeah, like it's kind of like a, yeah, but I don't think you respect Henry. I think the only thing that has sat on me from you that you've said, title reign. It wasn't long enough. It wasn't enough fights,
Yeah.
Which I think me and you strongly agree. If you're gonna be a GOAT of a weight class, you definitely gotta defend.
Yeah, rack him up.
So what do you think about that? That I don't think you respect Henry enough.
First of all, I'll start off by saying that I can get you the address to your nearest hospital to get your head scanned, because you're crazy if you think I don't respect Henry. I respect Henry so much, man. Triple C.
You respect Triple C.
The king of cringe.
Everything about Triple C.
Everything, man.
Okay. I just don't hear you praise him enough.
I move in silence, man. Believe it or not. Now, I mean, I respect that man in a lot of ways. Outside of fighting, he seems like he's got a beautiful family going for himself.
Yeah.
And I mean that, that's where he's getting a lot of doubt and hate cast upon him, because he left to go pursue that style of life, or that part of life. But I think that's well worth it. I'm sure he'll be looking back, I'm proud that he did what he did. At the same time, as a selfish MMA fan, he left too soon, man.
Too soon.
He left too soon. Remember when he left and he thought he was about to come back and fight Volkanovski?
Yeah, Volkanovski.
Like, brother, you gave up 2 belts.
Yeah.
You had, that was your
take it back in.
Yeah, like you shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. I thought I've seen Dana kind of get a little. Dana wears his feelings on his sleeve. I don't know if you agree with that. Sometimes if he's mad, he'll show he's mad. Mm-hmm. He won't get on the octagon. He's not afraid of it, right? So Henry, when he announced that he was retiring, Dana was just very okay.
Yeah, if you saw in the ring, he's all.
Yeah. He's just okay. And that's one division that just kept, unfortunately for Henry, more dogs came out of there, 135 is my favorite division.
Yeah.
And, you know, Henry Cejudo is one guy that I really like just related to, in the sense of like he likes to show he's American, but he also likes to show that he's Mexican American. That's something that I relate to a lot, that he loves his country, he loves his heritage, and I just don't think he gets enough love for. I mean, he's never really gotten into any like scandals or where he lost a fight and didn't redeem it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He always came back stronger. I just don't think, maybe because he's a smaller guy, maybe people don't respect him. I don't know. I just don't feel like I get enough. Like, the casuals should be a lot more interested in this fucking fight because of who Henry is to UFC.
3 years off, Papa.
Yeah, 3 years? Too long?
Way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. You ain't you didn't leave as John Jones.
John Jones, 14 title defenses, man. Let's not even get into the debate of people who think Khabib is the GOAT, man.
Don't come at me with this.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And the John Jones haters love to go steroids. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. Come on, man. Really? That's it?
These Russian babies were shot up with steroids from birth, man. What are you talking about? It's in their DNA.
And John Jones just put legends away. Literally put legends away. So
he's the Dragon Slayer, man.
Yeah. And I think he's going to end Stipe, and he's just going to, I think he's going to retire, because if he fights Stipe, who else is he going to, what else is there for him?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Other than maybe moving down to, but I mean, I'm going way off the rails. Moving down to that fucking Croatian dude or whatever the fuck. I'm fucking way off. Poyaska, I think that's his name.
Oh yeah, Yuri Prohaska.
Yeah. But
I mean, I don't know if I'm saying the last name right.
Yeah, but
I know who you're talking about.
But let's get back to Henry. That's why I really relate to Henry, and I love how he created that persona of the cringe, and he'll, you know, in videos he'll be like, this is Henry talking here. And he gets really, you know, and I fall in love with his YouTube channel. He really fucking breaks down fights really fucking good, and enough for someone who doesn't know about striking to be captivated and really be like, oh shit, you know. So I've been following him for these past 3 years of his layoff, and he's grown on me. I think people who hate on the cringe thing, where I'm like, he's literally like saying he's playing a character,
right?
You know. Yeah, what do you think about the cringe thing?
I think it's working. It makes you cringe, but it makes you remember him. You know, it puts a character to the name. Yeah. You know, where if people are always being wholesome all the time, or maybe their personality isn't so bright, you're not going to care about that person. But I think his personality would have been great anyways, but I think he knew that this would just add more seasoning to the sauce. So.
Okay. So we'll move on to Aljo. So Aljo has never really been like one of my favorite fighters to watch. I don't think he's the greatest guy to watch. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, Aljo's fighting. You know, I think the times that I have watched him fight I'm more into his opponent, Corey Sandhagen, Piotr, and TJ. You know, and I thought it was really weak his when he won versus Piotr. You know, I thought it was, you know, I like that Henry calls him Denzel. You know. Henry tells him, you don't got a belt on you, you got an Oscar winning trophy, you know. And so I thought it was weak how he's like pretending to cry and like throws the belt on the ground, and then in the back taking pictures and shit. It's like, dude, you should have just hold it and not did the whole thing, you know. I don't know, and I can't even say like, was it real, him acting that way, or was it fake? You know, that's not okay for me to question that. You know, it looked little fake, but he did it. You know,
I think what a lot of people have an issue with after what happened in that fight. When he became, it was just shitty for everyone for him to become the champ like that.
Yeah.
Everybody lost.
Yeah, that's so true. So true. But UFC, Piotr, and Aljo.
The fans.
And the fans.
Nobody got an answer. It's horrible.
Yeah. To the second fight.
Exactly.
You know?
And that was a beautiful
that
comeback.
That was beautiful, yeah.
But I think where he messed up, who am I? Who am I, right? I've done nothing.
No, you've actually had like 2 classes in judo and right? Give the people your accolades, bro.
Yeah, man. I did a 1 week free trial at a taekwondo school in
Fontana. Hell yeah. What else?
Nah, like actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell
shit.
the people, man.
Okay. I got a year in judo and
there it is.
About 2 years in taekwondo. Through your uncle, by the way.
Yeah.
The legendary hero.
Legendary hero.
Frank. Master
the Almighty.
Frank.
The Almighty.
Sabonim.
What the fuck is that?
That's master in Korean.
Oh, okay. So this guy does got a little accolades and he's been listening to Joe Rogan for over 10 years, guys. So he knows what he's talking about.
I'm a professional pod listener.
Yeah, and he's been in MMA in the dog years.
Yeah,
He's
man.
shown me proof. So he has some skin in the game right now. When he's breaking this fight down. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I got magazines to prove it. they used to have UFC magazines. And
he showed them to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's give it. So Aljo, what's your thoughts on Aljo as a fighter?
Well, let me actually finish what I was saying about him.
Shit.
I think where he messed up was he went back and forth on not caring about the belt and caring about the belt. Like either acting like it didn't matter the way he won, and then saying it did matter the way he won. And people just didn't like that. They just felt fake. It's just like anybody getting flip-floppy on anything they say. People don't trust that. They don't respect it. And I think that's what he did. I think that's how he stepped wrong.
Yeah, it did feel a little phony-ish. But you know what? Let me tell you something. The way he speaks has grown on me.
Yeah. Like
I'll just he's watching right now and he's like, "Oh my God, Chris, I grew on you, bro. You're the man. I've been working my persona back these 2-3 years just for this moment, and I'm gonna win this Saturday for you."
Exactly.
But I just like the way he speaks about himself, and sometimes it could get a little too like Michael Chandler, ish, like where it gets too like these phrases sometimes that he uses. I don't know if it's like truly off top, but the work on that, Aljo. I don't.
Yeah, and Chandler.
I just threw him under the bus.
You don't want to end up on this pod. We'll tear you down, brother.
Yeah, we'll tear you down. But yeah, I just like that about Aljo, that he's been kind of a little growing on me, and TJ's shoulder was clearly, he was fucked.
Yeah, that's
that fight sucks, but Aljo can't do nothing about that.
Definitely can't. TJ tried to be a dog, but that dog got put down, man.
Yeah, in the back.
But hey, man, speaking to Aljo's skills, that boy can keep you down. Get you down, keep you down. If you get up, he's gonna take you down again. Mm-hmm. But what he did against Piotr, man, he just took him down, got that body triangle from the back, and they call it a backpack.
Yeah,
kept him there. Just was on his back, wailing on him, and man, Piotr had nothing for him.
Yeah. Let's get into their how they fight, their style of fighting, because we just kind of broke down at least how they come off to us character of Aljo and Henry.
Yeah.
But let's get into their style of fighting. Let's start with how you're saying with Aljo, like, his wrestling is clearly dominant, but you know what? Let me tell you something. His big wins have come off fighters who their base isn't wrestling. So, like, for example, Corey, Piotr, TJ. TJ's a dog, but let's be honest, all those guys they want to bang. They want to stand and bang. Right. And I don't know if Aljo has really had someone who has the caliber of wrestling that he has. Now, Aljo is a great wrestler, and he holds people down, and he does the leg triangle when he's on in the back, an opponent's back, or even when he's like on top, he does like this thing where I don't even know what the correct term is, but he like really squeeze. You can see how he's like squeezing to be on top of them with his legs, and like he's just pounding them, But I think that when he runs into someone like Henry, who his base is wrestling,
gold medalist
wrestling
USA
at that level, and let's not get it twisted. Henry has been off for 3 years, but he trains with the best of the best, and they go to train with him.
He's a brilliant mind in the game.
Yeah, and we're speaking about Aljo's wrestling, and it's great and all, but like you just said, gold medalist wrestling. So his base is there. He says he's been. What's crazy, he says he started doing combat sports at 11. So he wasn't even doing it that young, right? Where some guys start at like 7, 8, you know what I'm saying? So his base is wrestling, so it's going to be interesting to see what Aljo does when a takedown or two gets stuffed. Does his confidence go get down? Or is he just going to do the Marab where he's just like, okay, let's go again and again and again until I get it? What do you think?
I think that, I think it's going to play out. I think Henry's getting up. If Aljo takes Henry down, I think Henry's getting up. But I think Aljo will take him down again. I hope that Ricky is wrong about Ricky V, Ricardo Villasenor.
The Memphis Grizzlies fan.
The cheerleader. I hope that he's wrong. I hope it's not boring. But
I think he has a great point of it being boring.
It's unfortunate. But yeah, I think it's gonna be up and down. I would love to see Cejudo go off on the feet. Because if it comes down, if we're just going skill for skill, I think Cejudo is more talented in every area. But throwing it all together, I don't know. I just got a lot of faith in Aljo because he's been doing it. He's fresh. He's been on a long run.
You're leaning Aljo.
3 years off, Papa.
It seems like Ricky's analysis really got to you, man.
I did think about it. I don't want that to be right. I don't want a boring fight. None of us do. All the millions of people watching right now. And they will be watching on Saturday. But it very well could be. It could be, man. Look, two grapplers, if they do grapple, which, you know what they say, though. If you got two grapplers, sometimes it becomes a striking match. Look at that shitty-ass, horrible-ass, ugly-ass fight. Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman. Ugly, hideous fight. People saying, oh, my God, look at this striking. War. It's a war. It's a war.
They were going at it, taking shots all day.
It's like watching two babies fight over the same box of crayons, man. It was embarrassing.
I just think that Henry, you're saying he took 3 years off, and I just think that he didn't really take 3 years off. I think he was really in the gym. Clearly, he was in the gym. He was in. What are you saying?
I got something for you. Henry himself said he took 2 years off, and only the last year he's been in it.
Really? Yeah. Where did you see that?
I don't remember, but I know he said it.
Really?
He said it.
People fact check this guy.
Yeah, Jamie, go ahead and look that up.
Look that up. Yeah, that changes my mind a little bit, but I just think that when you're that great, I don't know if it's gonna matter, man.
Like I'm saying,
he's been in there with the best of the best at his gym.
On paper, Henry should win.
Yeah.
On paper.
Damn, you're kind of making me second guess, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with my Henry Cejudo pick because I just think that Aljo's gonna try and take him down, and he might succeed here and there, but I think he's not gonna succeed enough to win the fight. I just think that Henry's too too smart. He's too smart.
You think Henry will get a finish?
I think a TKO.
Yeah.
I think what's gonna happen is that he's gonna catch him in one of those takedown attempts. You know, he's gonna catch him in one of those. He's gonna daze him, and then Aljo's gonna be running back. And you know how they like to do that? They run back, they stumble up against the cage, and then I think he did something like that. Not that Marias went down for a takedown, but he started stumbling back. You know. That type of a finish, I think that is going to be a TKO. Like I said, he's going to get discouraged with the takedowns and try to, you know, have him respect him more on the feet, and that's where he's going to get caught.
I would love that to happen. I want Cejudo to win. That's what my heart wants. I resonate much more with Cejudo than I do with Aljo, the Funk Master. But, man... Just something tells me Aljo is a badass dude. And the bigger man.
You're making great points, man. You're making great points. I'm going off history and
your heart a little bit.
My heart.
Which is beautiful. It's a beautiful heart. It's a beautiful heart, man.
My heart, and I just think that Henry's been there, done that with the best of them. He's been in the gym with the best of them, and I just think he's gonna take care of business. I think he has a goal in mind, and I think people like Henry, when they have these goals in mind, people like him are fucking unstoppable. I think he was going to beat Aljo, he's going to defend, and then go up to 145.
I think that if he does beat him, I think he's gone with the win, bro. I don't think he's going to 45.
You don't think he's going to go up to fight Volkanovski, the guy that he's been talking about, that he feels like he could? I think he's going to do it. That
would be beautiful. That would be amazing, but I don't believe. Man, you're making me sound like a Cejudo hater over here, bro. I love that man, but I just don't see it. Why? For what?
Well, that's a good thing that you're on as an Aljo guy, because if we were both right here fucking stroking off Henry, that wouldn't be the greatest pod, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to root for Aljo, but I just think I have to. I think that's smart.
That's what, if you were putting money on it, you're going Aljo and decision?
Yeah, I would say decision. But you know what changes everything? This is like, I was just thinking about this today at work. Because I have a job. Get a job, you bums. No, but I was just thinking about this. You know how everybody started getting discouraged about John Jones when they saw that he was a little mushy after his layoff?
Yeah.
He's a little bit of a soft body. If Cejudo comes in and his body looks a little bit mushy, I think people are going to start abandoning that Cejudo ship quick.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. We're like that. All of a sudden, we all become like these physicians, and we start to say, uh-oh, look, you see his chest and his arms, and he doesn't look the same. That means this and this and this and this. All of a sudden,
we start doing
experts.
The NFL combine thing where we're measuring people's hands and shit. Yep. You know, like, oh, yes. I think it's funny when I'm watching fights with casuals, and they go 70-inch reach, and he has 73, bro. I'm just like, you don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Especially considering if you, let's say you do understand reach, but if you don't understand those two fighters' styles, that's another layer that people fail to learn, to understand. So it's not easy, man.
Yeah, but, right now that you brought up John Jones made me think of Henry, because John was also out for a long time, you know? I think the only thing here is...
I think like coming up on 3.
Yeah, years. I think the only difference here is just the level between Cyril Gane and John was clearly, at least for me, I was like, why are people even giving him a chance? Mm-hmm. But maybe because Aljo has... seem dominant. It's because I don't think Aljo has fought really, like when the Piotr one, when the second one where he just fucking ragdolled him. I go back to my thoughts and I go, why did I think Piotr was gonna win? In the UFC and MMA, if the fighter has a strong wrestling base, he's gonna win most of the time. Yeah. And if they use it right, if that's their go-to.
Don't
move.
Be like Chandler or Gaethje.
Yeah. So, that's where I keep thinking, like, I have thought about it, and I'm like, damn, I should have known. Aljo was gonna win, and the TJ won. TJ, I think 4 years ago, would have made it out of fight. Who knows? He said he was coming in with a shoulder injury already. So
was he 38 when he fought? 38 this last time? Dang.
Maybe he's retiring, but Aljo said that's quote for "let me get on these roids," which do your thing. If that's gonna make you recover and whatever you gotta do to get your body back. I think TJ looked great as far as body wise and stuff, but obviously the shoulder went out quick, so you can't even make an assessment as far as like with Jorge, right? Where we saw him and we're like, it's over. With TJ, I didn't see that. It's just obviously he was hurt.
Yeah, he was just he had a handicap,
Yeah, so that's my only thing where I'm like, who has Aljo fought that's also a wrestler to make me think that he could beat other wrestlers?
It's a good point. And now we're talking not just any wrestler, an Olympic gold medalist. So, yeah, man, that's
the youngest winning Olympic gold medalist at that weight class.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you raise a good point there. I just think Aljo's too fresh, too big, too active.
Oof.
Scares me.
That's a good tweet right there, man.
Too fresh, too big, too active.
And then just tag the Funk Master.
Yeah, man.
Hate that name.
Well, I'll just run it by him.
Where'd that come from, Funk Master? Do you know?
No, Funk Master Flex. That's about it.
Woo! Wait, what was Henry's before Triple C? It was like a weird one, huh?
The Champion or something?
Nah, you're off, bro.
Oh, no.
It wasn't no Champion.
I just thought about, I want to talk to you about DMT.
I want to talk to you about DMT, Joe.
Yeah.
That's where I really fell in love with Henry. Yeah. Like, we're talking about JRE with Henry Cejudo. If you guys have gone 49 minutes deep with us and you're listening to this part of the pod, listen to JRE Henry. He really gets into, like, this is Henry talking, and you kind of get to know his mindset, for fighting and stuff, and that's what he was referring to right now.
Yeah, out of the blue, Henry just takes a total left turn in the conversation, just says, Joe, I want to talk to you about DMT, Joe.
You want to talk to you about DMT, Joe.
And
then Joe was like trying to get into it, but not really.
Yeah.
And then Henry would just be like, let's talk DMT, Joe.
Yeah.
What was your Uncle Mike? He likes to do that. Huh?
You think so?
I think so, Joe.
I think so.
But he likes to do the Uncle Dana and Uncle so and so,
Hunter or something.
Yeah. I like Henry, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, he's Chicano, and if you guys don't know, he also speaks Portuguese. This man is trilingual. How can you not respect that?
And because I hear a lot of accents, I don't hear his accent in Portuguese. He sounds like a Portuguese guy.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Man. I would have called him out already and said, "Nah, dude,
not
I could hear it. Like you speak it, but I could tell it's not your first language, man."
Wow.
Think about that though. Like
turning on your boy, huh?
I was watching a YouTube video of him and Figueiredo training, and dude, he's like talking to him in Portuguese, and I'm just like, it's just coming natural, because sometimes like I do a lot of the Spanglish, and
same.
I do a lot of the Spanglish, and I'll sit there and be like, how do you say, and he doesn't do that. I wonder where the fuck did he learn that from, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why he learned Portuguese. I definitely don't think I've ever heard that explanation.
Story.
But yeah, he sounds. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Portuguese. I barely got English down, but Spanish and Portuguese both sound legit to me. So.
Yeah. Another thing too about Henry, I like that video that he did for Alex Pereira. You know,
saying like
you need to come back, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta love Henry, dude, and like you said, his YouTube videos about MMA, they're so easy to
learn,
to watch and learn from. Just be careful, don't be walking around thinking you're some skilled fighter. But but he's a great person. I think to explain it to people of all like interest levels. I mean, I find his videos easy to follow along. They're not boring. They're not too technical.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
And they're not cringy.
Yeah. No, he takes it serious.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense. I mean, if I can understand it, I think anybody could.
Yeah, and I know the Funk Master has a podcast. I haven't really listened to it. The only time I really get some of the Funk Master is like when he's on Aerial, and I think I like that he like says that he like looks at comments. I think, and so you ever heard him say that, or am I confusing him?
I don't think I've heard that, but
I'm into like people looking at comments and stuff like that, because it does get you to like kind of feel the room out, you know. And I think that's what he ended up doing. That kind of like started changing his mindset about the belt, you know, where he's like, fuck that, I won, you know. You guys might be thinking like this, but you know, he did change his whole approach to it, and he defended it twice. Aljo, you know, what else are you gonna do? So let's put a bow on this pod.
Yes, sir.
I think we kind of hit all our points. So we're going. Both of us are going Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, gotta go Bilal.
And you said that it's not gonna go 5 rounds.
Yeah, I see Bilal getting it done in the second.
Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna go with Bilal too, like a TKO. I'm not gonna say a round. I don't know. If I'm gonna say one, let's say I'll say the third, just to go against you.
Nice.
And then we're gonna go with Henry and Aljo. So I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
I'm going
Aljo
to get it done via decision.
He's just gonna ragdoll him. How is he gonna win?
I think Henry might win a couple, but I think he's just gonna get that ground control.
Okay.
Which, man, that feels weird to say against Henry, but
no, it doesn't. You just think you gotta say that. And
I'm just saying that just in case Henry is watching, man. We were supposed to hang out this summer, man.
So, and I'm gonna go Henry Cejudo TKO. I think
that makes no sense. But
Aljo's gonna get discouraged with the takedowns. I don't think it's gonna work, and I think Henry's gonna catch him with something, because obviously Henry does got a little bit of power at that weight class. He doesn't put people out, but you know, I think his technique everywhere is just better. You know.
Yeah, I agree on paper. For the record, on paper, I agree.
No, you don't.
Agree with you.
You don't.
Man.
All right, so we both got Bilal, Aljo, Henry. We broke it down. My guy came for the podcast, and we're gonna bring him in too. I'm gonna bring him in for not just MMA. We're gonna, talk fucking just life and pop culture,
birds and the bees.
Yeah, and just talk bullshit, because we talk all the time, and sometimes we have some fucking fire conversations.
Yeah, this man's my therapist right here.
Likewise.
So just know that we get into it.
Yeah, we have a cool friendship, because we check each other, and we're not afraid to
for HIV.
Come on, dude. We're not afraid to maybe not have the other person love what our take, but that's one thing that I respect about you, that whether you're opinionated or not, at least I know that you're saying what you feel, and I respect that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, same, likewise, brother. So, something that I think you and I both agree on for sure is that a lot of people these days, they think they're doing the right thing by not having an opinion, and you don't do anything. You don't spread any good energy by staying silent. So, I mean, have a moment where you speak up and share your thoughts. I mean, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We could be wrong. We could change our minds.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, how many times have you changed your style or changed your group of friends? It's all good.
Yeah, it's okay to be. You just said it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be right. It just look at the situation and accept both of those facts. You know, and at least when you said it, you're like, fuck, well, that's what I was thinking, and then be able to change your mind or have your mind changed, and you know, not be afraid to speak your mind. Communication, bro. Yeah. People, you lose a lot of friendships or a lot of relationships over communication. If you don't speak your mind at that moment and you just keep things bottled in, it might come out at the wrong time for that person. Yeah. It might be in there too long for you, and you might not like it. You know, whoa, where's this all coming from? Yep. I thought we were all good.
Nope.
You know?
Hell no. Now we're gonna fight it out.
And now you didn't like the way I said all these things about you. And remember that time when this and that you did this? Like what? You didn't like that? No, you fucking. Why the fuck you didn't tell me? And now you're a little upset at that. And you know that's why you always speak with your mind and live with the consequences. Have a little backbone.
Yeah, it's okay. You got to be willing to tell your friends the truth. Shake it up, man.
Whether it's the truth or not, you know, is your mind.
Yeah.
You know, just say what you got to say. It is what it is.
That's
you know,
true.
build that's one thing that I try to. I mean, my son's a little not scared of me, but like I could tell that he's a little like, oh, we need to have a segment when you come in. It's called Parent Corner. I stole this from the great Bill Simmons. I think it's a great segment where you like
Bill Simmons?
This like respected he like a sports guy. I don't know what his actual term is because I don't think he was a reporter.
Just like a sports personality or something.
Yeah, there you go. A sports personality of all sports. He's all into sports, every type of sport. You know, everything Boston. Anyways, he has a podcast and it's huge. And they get in all into sports, and at the end, like Parent Corner, and then the guy's like, "What did your kid do this week?" And they're like in their late 50s, and he's like, one of them has a teenager. No, they both got teenagers. They're like, this fucking guy, man. Like the other day, like you know, this it's just funny to hear a guy who's like in his 50s. They both have money, and they both have going for themselves, but their kids humble them and like teaching them stuff, or just kind of being like, can you believe that shit? Like, you know, they did this and that. So I think that's pretty cool segment.
Yeah.
You know,
basically saying that we both have kids, both proud fathers, all that stuff. So definitely a lot that we're learning on the fly. So
yeah, we're literally learning on the fly because this is a moment for everyone to feel sorry for me. My dad wasn't around too much, so I don't know. I didn't know how to be a father. And I'm learning on the fly while learning on the fly.
Yeah.
And my guy right here, well, yeah, speak on you.
Shout out to my boy's dad. He, you know the saying, he went to go buy a lottery ticket.
People just shed a tear for me, man.
He went to go buy a lottery ticket, and he must have won because he never come back. So, but yeah, man, we both got a little bit of some rocky stories when it comes to our parents. Yeah, man, we're gonna share some stories someday about what we've done right, what we've done wrong, what we don't want to repeat ourselves, or what we experienced from our moms and dads and all that stuff. And anyways, all that to say, I have a good friendship with this guy, an unexpected friendship, and MMA is definitely part of the glue that keeps us together. So
yeah.
thanks
Other
for having
than
me
come.
on. There we go, man. you had to, huh? Okay, you had to, man.
Yeah, so we're going to put a bow on it.
Yeah.
Henry, May 6th, Aljamain Sterling. This pod should be out very soon. We'll put it out. And we're going to keep it going. Spitballin Podcast. Thanks to everybody. All my 50 people that keep watching. I appreciate everyone that fucks. But there's people who fucking listen to it, dude, that I don't know. So I'm like, shout out to them, Shout out to them. Hopefully you guys are into MMA. Hopefully we kind of made it entertaining and gave you guys different little looks that maybe you didn't hear or see or whatever the case may be. We're going to do a lot more of these, live watch, breaking down MMA cards that we like, because we're not going to break down like any card, Yeah. So Spitballin Podcast, let's go. Shout out to my guy Asian. Shout out to my guy.
Beautiful.
To my guy Jason for coming through. Yeah, man. We'll get it popping, and we're going to fuck. Peace.
MMA beats boxing, by the way.